Hello students. Now I will take the first poem of the syllabus, Character of a Happy Life. Character of a Happy Life is very inspiring poem. It is composed by Sir Henry Wotton. Sir Henry Wotton was a great poet. He believed in simplicity. Actually, he was inspired and also influenced by the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. He had deep faith in Hindu Vedic philosophy, and you can find in this poem the essence of this philosophy. The poem is very didactic and it had a great moral. The poet tells us about the qualities of a man who is really happy. A happy man is one who is honest and truthful. Honesty and truth are his greatest weapons. He is not a slave to the desires of others. He is the master of his own mind and personality as he keeps control on his desires. He is fearless and carefree. His time passed in the company of good books and also in the company of good friends. He treats rise and fall alike in life. He is the lord of himself, though being poor, he is rich in heart because his desires are under his control. Students, these are some qualities which are illustrated by the poet in this poem. Now I will take the first stanza of the poem. Please watch the video carefully. In the first stanza, poet says, "How happy is he born or taught that serveth not another's will, whose armour is his honest thought, and simple truth his utmost skill." Here, taught means educated. Serveth is Old English, which means serves. Another's will means according to the will of others. Armor means protection. Honest thought means pure, unmixed, and virtuous thoughts. Simple truth means truthfulness, righteousness. Utmost means greatest. Skill means ability. In this stanza, poet opens the secrets of a happy life. He says that a happy man is he who is not born to serve according to the will of others. Means he has freedom of thought and action. He is the master of his own desires. That's why he works according to himself. A happy man is he who is not educated to serve according to the desires of others. He is not a slave of other men. A happy man is he whose protection is his pure, unmixed, and virtuous thought. Means he believes in honesty. He loves everybody. He does not have ill feeling for anyone. Means his pure, unmixed, and virtuous thought protects a happy man like a shield. A happy man is he who believes in truthfulness, who believes in righteousness, and the talent of truthfulness is his greatest ability. Means he does not need any other things. This is the beautiful gift which God has given him to live a happy and honorable life. So, a happy man is he who has the quality of truthfulness. In this stanza, poet opens the secrets of a happy life. In the third line of this stanza, the figure of speech metaphor is used. Metaphor is a figure of speech in which things are compared, but the comparative words are not used. Now I will take the second stanza. In the second stanza, poet once again gives us the qualities which are essential for a happy life. He says that whose passions not his masters are, whose soul is still prepared for death, untied unto the world with care of princely love or vulgar breath. Here, passions means strong feelings of love, hate, and anger. Still means always. Prepared means ready. Untied means free. Unto means still. Princely love means love of great men. Vulgar breath means criticism of common men. In this stanza, poet says that a happy man is he who is the master of his passions. Means passions are strong feelings of love, hate, and anger. So a happy man is he who has control upon these strong feelings. Means he may be angry, he may be in love, but he will always have control upon these feelings. His temper is balanced, means he has balance of mind. A happy man is he whose soul is always ready for death, means he does not afraid of death. He knows that death is the ultimate truth of life. It cannot be ignored, it cannot be avoided. That's why a happy man is he who always ready for the ultimate call. A happy man is he who is free from the love of great men and also the criticism of common men. Means a happy man is he who does not pay heed to the love of great men and also he does not care for the criticism of common men. He is above such common thoughts. In the first line of this stanza, the figure of speech personification is used. Personification is a figure of speech in which lifeless and inanimate objects are considered as human beings. Now I will take the third stanza. In the third stanza, poet once again reflects the qualities of a happy man. He says, "Who hath his life from rumors freed, whose conscience is his strong retreat, whose state can neither flatters feed, nor ruin make oppressors great." Here hath is once again Old English, which means has. Rumors means meaningless gossips. Conscience means inner soul. Strong retreat means higher resting place. State means mental condition. Feed means affected. Ruin means destroy. Oppressors means enemy. In this stanza, poet says that a happy man is he who is free from meaningless gossips, means he is straightforward, he is clear hearted, he does not believe in baseless news. Means a happy man is he who does not have belief in meaningless gossips. A happy man is he who follows his inner voice, means his inner soul is his higher resting place, means whenever he is in problems, whenever he is in adverse situations, he does not go anywhere, he goes inside. Why? Because it is his resting place. A happy man is he whose mental condition cannot be affected by the flatterers, means false flattery does not fill him with vanity. He is above such false flattery. A happy man is he who dislikes false flattery. A happy man is he whose mind is balanced, whose mind is controlled. Means he may be ruined, he may be destroyed, but he will not be so sad that his enemies may feel victorious. Means a happy man is he who can face any kind of situations. He may be destroyed, but he will not be discouraged. So in these three stanzas, you have seen that poet points out the qualities of a happy man. Now I will take the rest of the stanzas in the next video. Thank you.